Jennifer Hyatt is waiting for her new husband with a gun. George Hyatt is a dangerous inmate, being taken from a Tennessee courthouse back to prison. Not if Jennifer has her way. Why would a mother of 3 fall in love with a dangerous criminal? And how does a young nurse trade saving lives for taking life? There's only one way to find out. Jennifer Hyatt is about to tell me herself. I'm Candice DeLong. As an FBI agent, I worked on the front line for the world's most powerful law enforcement agency. I went undercover, I trailed terrorists, and I interviewed notorious killers. It's my job to understand the people who others cannot comprehend. In 2004, 31-year-old Jennifer Hyatt begins a nursing job at Tennessee's Northwest Prison. 1 year later, she's in love, marrying a dangerous inmate, George Hyatt. He's a violent armed robber with a history of escapes. 3 months after their wedding, Jennifer tries to help him with his latest escape plan. Prison officer Wayne Cotton Morgan dies in the shootout. Jennifer claims the gun went off by accident. To escape the death penalty, she and George plead guilty to first-degree murder. This is her home now, the Tennessee Prison for Women, and it will be her home until the day she dies. She's serving life with no possibility of parole. Quite a journey for a young mother of 3. Driving in to visit Jennifer, I'm wondering just what made her love a hardened criminal. It's not the first time a young woman has fallen for a bad boy, and there tends to be a reason for it. I think that's the key to understanding why she ended up in here. Oh, Jennifer, I've read every article I could find about you. I've watched some of your video interviews, and there's something I just can't figure out about you.
What's that?
What is a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? This wasn't supposed to happen.
No.
Tell me about it. Let's go way back. There were some traumatic things in your childhood.
Yeah, after I turned 8.
8, okay. All right, so first big trauma.
Yeah, that's the first thing I remember is my dad and my mom signing the divorce papers in the sheriff's office where my dad worked.
Must have been very hard for you.
It was because I was a daddy's girl. I love my dad to this day. He may not be perfect, but I love him. My dad, to me, has always been the perfect dad. I couldn't see that, okay, mom and dads don't always get along. And my mom didn't tell me until years later that, I mean, he cheated on her and more than once.
But to you, he was your prince.
Even though he let me down many times, yes.
When families break down, children suffer.
I've had enough, but I'm out of here!
When little girls lose their dads, it hurts.
Stop, or I'll knock you!
And your daughter, what about her?
And it can affect them for the rest of their lives. As Jennifer hit her teens, she started to see men differently. Now we're talking around 16, 17 years old. And what was going on that year? What was kind of things were happening?
I started going out with guys. A lot of different guys.
A lot of different guys. What did all these different guys offer you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Companionship. A friend.
You were looking for something.
I was looking for love in all the wrong places, yeah.
Jennifer's search for love was a painful disaster. 4 marriages and 3 children before she was 30. Why was there so much trouble with men?
All these relationships, you had so many 4 marriages and relationships in between the marriages. It seems you're attracted to the bad boys. What was that all about?
Because my dad was a bad boy. I've seen my dad do drugs. He cheated on my mom. He abandoned me.
How did you feel about that?
Let down. Scared.
So what does a girl with a taste for bad boys do? She gets a job in a place full of them. Prison. Jennifer Hyatt spent her 20s in a string of disastrous relationships. Men loved her and left her, one after the other. Age 30 and on the rebound after another breakup, she trains to become a nurse and gets a job in a prison.
During my nursing school, we did clinicals in different places. And one of the places was Northwest Prison. I loved it. I loved the excitement. I loved taking care of people.
I can understand that. But it was a prison. Prisons are homes for bad guys.
Yeah.
Surely you knew that.
I don't think it registered.
It didn't.
I felt sorry for them.
So you empathize with the people
Yeah.
that were locked up there.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, just because you're in prison doesn't mean you're bad.
Well, that may be true in some cases, but it tells me just how naive and vulnerable Jennifer really is at this time in her life. She wants to believe there are still some good guys among the bad guys.
I want you to meet your new bodyguard.
And then she meets a prisoner who spots her weakness right away.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
George Hyatt. He's assigned to protect Jennifer from sexual harassment as she does her nursing rounds.
I went, oh, okay. I said, you're supposed to take me around so people quit exposing themselves to me. He's like, okay, I can do that. And I was with him almost my whole 8 hours every day.
So that was the beginning.
Yeah.
And how soon after you started being protected did things change from an appropriate relationship to something more?
Probably about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It was like really friendly. And then he started dropping notes, you know, I really care about you, you're really pretty. And back then, I was like 200 pounds and not pretty, okay? Not at all. But he made me feel pretty. He's like, you are so beautiful. And I just soaked it up.
You liked it. Hadn't heard those words for a long time.
A very long time.
So, kind of looks like you were a sitting duck there.
Yeah.
When did things take a real serious turn with George?
He talked me into going into a closet with him. And we had sex. I mean, I was scared. Oh, I don't even think I've ever been that scared.
Was it exciting?
Being that scared is kind of exciting. It gets your adrenaline up. You're nervous, you're shaking, and it makes everything kind of a little bit more intense.
What was your interpretation of all this attention from George?
And he loved me.
That he loved you? Okay.
Truly and seriously, finally I found somebody that would love me.
Did he tell you he loved you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
And how did you feel about him?
I loved him.
It's early 2005. Jennifer Hyatt is a prison nurse, having an affair with a violent inmate, George Hyatt.
Oh, man, you are.
She's already falling under his control. When Jennifer's caught sneaking food in for her lover, she's fired. Soon, he'll be asking for a lot more.
You married George. Tell me about that. At what point did that happen? You were already, sounds like, having real serious doubts about all his extremely controlling behavior, and yet you married him.
I wanted to prove to him that I was right and he was wrong.
Right about what?
Being faithful, not messing around, not...
Okay.
I wanted to prove to him that I could be a good person.
Calling constantly from his prison cell, George begins controlling Jennifer's life. Before long, she loses her will to resist her new husband. It's exactly what he wants.
Then George says, "Get me out of here. Break me out of prison." Tell me about that.
He said, you know, if I was out, things wouldn't be like this. I could be there to take care of you, and I would be able to trust you, and we wouldn't fight like we do. And I'm like, okay, okay.
Do you remember what you thought or felt when he did ask you to do that? You were numb. Okay.
I was to the point where nothing mattered.
Babe, I got it all worked out.
George is due in court on an outstanding robbery charge. When he turns up, he wants Jennifer waiting with a loaded gun.
He told me that if I walked up behind them and
The
showed
guards.
them the guards, and showed them the gun and told them to put their hands in the air, that they would not argue because they wouldn't put their life on the line like that. They would just put their hands up, and we would take their guns and put them in the van, lock them in, and get in the truck and leave. He goes, but make sure the gun's loaded just in case.
Just
I said,
in
just in
case.
case of what? That's what I asked. He's like, just in case you have to scare them. I said, and what, shoot the ground? He's like, well, if it takes that, then maybe, yeah. Well, I never even took the safety off the gun.
But you did load it.
Yeah, I did. I did what I was told.
Roane County Courthouse, Tennessee. Prison officers Wayne Cotton Morgan and Larry Porky Harris are doing a routine prisoner transfer. George Hyatt is due back in his cell. His wife, Jennifer, is waiting to break her husband out of custody.
I had the gun in my hand like this. My finger wasn't on the trigger or nothing. It was just kind of sitting there. The safety was on. And I said, hey, guys. And he's like, shoot him, shoot him.
His exact words.
His exact words were, shoot him, shoot him.
Just shoot him!
And that's when Cotton turned around and looked,
Oh, lady, put down the gun.
and he saw the gun. He saw that the safety was on.
How do you know that he saw the safety was on?
Okay, I don't.
Okay.
But I would assume he did. I can't say for sure he did, though. And he reached around like this and snatched the barrel of the gun.
Lady.
When he did that, I brought my other hand up to try and keep the gun. And when I did, I hit that safety. And he pulled, I pulled. Gun went off.
Oh, man!
I didn't know it hit him at the time.
Your finger must have been on the trigger, though.
Somehow,
We
yeah.
both know this, right?
Yeah.
Do you recall looking at him when you shot him?
No.
Do you recall the loud noise the gun made?
No. I don't remember any of it.
Okay.
I remember feeling the gun jerk. And that was it. He let go, and I turned around and ran.
With the gun?
Yeah.
On the run, Jennifer and George hole up in a cheap motel. Only then does she find out exactly what this bad boy has gotten her into.
TV set goes on and...
Oh, Lord, I'll never forget that.
Tell me
ever.
about that.
I was laying there, and he turned the TV on to see if they knew anything about where we had gone or anything. And it announced that Cotton had died from a gunshot wound that I had done. And I looked at George and I went, he died. He's like, yeah. I said, does he have family? Does he have kids? I mean, do you know anything about this man? He's like, no, and why do I care? And I just broke down and bawled. I said, oh my God, I have taken a man's life from somebody.
What did you want to do at that moment?
Just curl up in a ball and cry. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to lay there. I didn't care if they caught us.
There's a problem with Jennifer's story of that day. Eyewitnesses say she simply pointed the gun and shot it. No struggle.
Okay, I don't.
Her nervous smile when she talks about the shooting tells me a lot. She smiles because she's nervous about being caught deceiving me. I think Jennifer has created her own version of the shooting because that's the only one she can live with. The gun just went off. Facing the evil of what George had made her do is just too much to bear. But the price is real. For the rest of their lives, Jennifer Hyatt's kids will only ever see her on visiting days.
If you had one piece of advice, only one, that you could give to your daughters in relation to the world that they're growing into, what would it be?
Don't listen when somebody tells you they love you.
Don't listen when someone tells you they love
Make
you.
them prove it. Words are nothing. Action's everything.
It's sad and strange advice, and it all comes back to the men in Jennifer's life. She set very low standards for herself, probably because she didn't think she was worthy of having a decent guy. To this day, she says she's still her father's little girl, but she went looking for Daddy in all the wrong men.
Would society be safe if you were released? If Jennifer was out walking about,
Yeah, they would
people
be.
be safe? And how do you know that?
Because I know I would never hurt another person like that again. But do I deserve to be out? No. I don't deserve to be out there. Do I think I could make it? I know I could. Because I know now that I've got family that loves me. I know now what I didn't know then. And so, yeah, I know I could be all right out there. And I could do good, and I could make something out of my life. But I don't deserve to, so this is where I am.
I understand that you're going to get to see your kids soon. Is that right?
July 4th. Yeah. It's the only good thing.
That's the only good thing left in your life? That's a lot to live for, though.
It is. It is. Because they're my life. They are how I live now.
Well, I think that was a very emotional interview for Jennifer. Frankly, for me too. A lot of lives were ruined, and it's hard to see someone reliving
and talking about this. She was a nurse. She wanted to take care of people, and she ended up taking someone's life and allowing a man to control her. And as a result, she did something very, very much against her own nature. And it's tough to live with. It's a sad story.